So in the kitchen, we incorporated the client's wishes, and we've got a butler's pantry that tucks in over here right beside the fridge. As part of the design process, as we went through the interiors, the clients explained that they had a fairly high capacity need in terms of the kitchen and living space and love to entertain. So we designed in and included basically the biggest fridge that we can get. So this is the LG, it's an 810 litre fridge, so it's an oversized. So it's the same dimensions externally as most of the fridges on the market that are around the 600 to 650 litre, but this one's just a little bit deeper. So as part of the design process, we can design this in and make it suit. Some of the features I'll run through now. So door knock, so if you want to see what's in the fridge, it's pretty cool. Kids love playing with that one, but it's also a door and door. So you've got easy access to your everyday items. Most people will store milks and the like in there, but then you've also got the full door access into the fridge. And as I mentioned, it's a bit deeper, so you're getting all that extra storage capacity. One of the only fridges on the market that has the ice maker in the door itself. So all this does is it saves a lot of space within the fridge, and you're not losing any capacity in the freezer space as well. One of the other features the clients requested was a zip tap on this project. So we've gone with the sparkling and chilled water on the zip tap, and we've set this one up as the primary tap for the kitchen. So the zip taps, which most people don't realize, actually take a lot of space up in the cupboard. So nearly half of the space underneath the sink here is all taken up by the zip and its components. So that's just something to consider when it does come to selecting a zip tap. Most of the time in the kitchens, what we try and do is make sure that the island bench is clean and free of any fixtures, fittings, or otherwise. Now this gives you the best of both worlds in that you've got a really large prep surface to cook on, but also to entertain on. So if you've got platters out, or you've got big Christmas dinner, you can have all the food laid out, or for everyday use, the kids can sit up here while you're cooking, doing dinner, doing some homework, having some breakfast, whatever the case may be. And then in terms of storage in the island bench as well, that frees us up for a lot of space for all our mass storage. So we've got all our cutlery, typically all your utensils, crockery, cups, whatever the storage needs are. And then on the back side of the island, we've also got some overflow storage. So there's some little 300 cupboards on the back there that allow for storage of the items that you don't use every day. So if you've got extra champagne flutes or margarita glasses for when you do entertain, or you have those larger parties and the like, you've got somewhere to keep them out of the way, but still easily accessible without using the everyday storage in the kitchen itself. So clients have always used gas cooktops, and we're a little bit hesitant and unsure about changing over to induction. So we actually found the best of both worlds on this one, and we've used a dual fuel cooktop. So we've got induction burners for everyday use, and then one big gas wok burner to provide that flexibility and the use to be able to jump between the two. So all of our designs, what we try and incorporate typically is an undermount range hood. So they shouldn't be a feature, they shouldn't be a dust collector. So tucked up underneath here, we've got a big 900 range hood that's all ducted to external air, matches the size of the cooktop and is placed centrally as well. You don't get much storage capacity within these cupboards, but we do need to make them accessible. So if you ever need to isolate or work on them, it's easy to do so. All the covers are easily removable and can be dishwashed as well. And then we've got incorporated under here as well, it's some task lighting. So this is an LED strip light that we incorporate in and recess in to the bottom of all the overhead cupboards. Provides that functional light. So when you're standing over the cooktop, you're not getting any overshadowing and you've got complete visibility. On the right here, we've got the integrated dishwasher. So this is the Bosch Series 8. It's a tall tub. So what most people don't realize, it's about 50 mil taller. It just gives us extra space inside the dishwasher. Completely silent, all the buttons across the top. And one cool feature that most don't realize until it's installed and they're using it, but when you are running it, it does project the time remaining down on the floor. Because it's so silent, most people don't realize it's actually running. And then upon completion, it'll pop itself open to help dry those Tupperware and those other dishes inside as well. On the other side of the sink as well, we've got the integrated bins. So nice and neat and tidy, not much to see as always, but tucked away there. On top, there's a small little drawer as well. This is typically your overflow, so where you'd store your bin bags, your dishwasher tablets, and a few of those other things that are nice and handy to that sink center there.